What's up and welcome back to Dark Story Time. So today we're going to cover creepy videos of mimics from TikTok. This is pretty nuts. I've watched a couple of them and I'm not going to lie, it's pretty creepy. Our first one comes from Most Scary Vids on TikTok. This is a girl who's home alone. She lives alone and she hears someone calling her. So I want you guys to check this out.
A famous TikTok star named Valeria posted a terrifying TikTok that went completely viral, in which a mysterious creature, most likely a mimic, is talking to her, trying to bait her out of her room while she is home alone.
I swear there's someone outside my room. Wait.
What happened next truly shocked her whole fan base. Later on, she explained that it has never happened before, and she was absolutely terrified. Keep watching.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Don't do it. Oh, there you go.
What do I do?
Alright, yeah, that last one was creepy. So, this next video, we've got a bit of the same thing. I want you guys to check this out. Another person is home alone. But in this video, she hears her own voice. Now, this is creepy. Check this out.
I'm home alone and I can hear myself saying my own name.
Help me, Kaylee. Kaylee.
Haley!
Hello? Hello? What? What the hell is going on? Hello? Hello? Oh my God. Hello?
Hey, help me.
Help us!
Dad?
Turn around.
Mum? What is going on? Hello? Hello? Ow! Hell. Just see me put that there. What the hell is going on?
Here. Help us! Haley, help me!
I'm here for you.
Haley, here! We need your help! Please, help us!
Kaylee.
Ooh, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. I mean, you can pull that video apart, but yeah, she's nuts. I wouldn't open up that door. But that's crazy. That video is from Crazy Paranormal, spelled with a K, crazy, on TikTok. You guys can go check that out and leave a comment if you want. That's, you know, these are up for speculation, so you decide. So let's jump into the next one. Alright, next up we got Loey Bug XO. Loey Bug XO on TikTok. Now, I also follow her on YouTube. She's got some pretty creepy videos. Go check out her channel, follow, subscribe on YouTube. But on TikTok, she is Loey Bug XO, LOEYBUGXO. And this one is pretty good. So it's a mimic pretending to be the person's mother. This video has been around for a minute and no one's really talking about it, but they believe it's from the Appalachian Mountains. I want you guys to check this out.
Mimic video of somebody hearing their mom call out their name when their mom is not home has a darker context to it that makes it so much scarier, and I haven't seen anyone talking about this.
Gabe? Gabe, it's your mom. You should come out. You've been there for so long. Gabe? Gabe, it's your mother. You should come out.
Then what's your name then?
The video was posted in 2023 by TikTok users stuck in a fake reality. And after this experience, whatever this thing was apparently came back. This time using a different but equally familiar voice.
Gabe, come out. Watch some scary movies. Got some Scream 3 ready to go. What are you doing in there, dude? It's been almost a month.
Oh, hell no.
Now, all of these posts are hashtagged with ARG, aka alternate reality game, so it's safe to say that Gabe is not claiming that any of this is actually real, but I've heard it circling with a theory that it happened in the Appalachian Mountains, that it's a mimic, while the true story is a little bit weirder, because whatever this was, it basically found Gabe in the back rooms.
So yeah, I want you guys to go check out her channel so you can get more of the real story. It's pretty creepy, so I want you guys to let me know what you think, and we'll jump to the next one. Alright guys, so this next one comes from Creepiest Core on TikTok, and this is pretty nutty. So this guy confronts a mimic. He's with his girlfriend. As you can see, he's got salt and candles in front of the door. He's got runes on the door. So let's jump into this and see what happens.
This guy was chilling with his girlfriend when they started hearing weird noises like whistling or scratching on the door. So he started recording and decided to confront the intruder just to find out something terrifying.
Help me in your voice. Good are you?
Many viewers thought that it's a mimic that is trying to lure him out of the apartment. As you can see in the next clip, the intruder is faking his girlfriend's voice while she's asleep.
Hey, it's me. Open the door.
After a couple hours, he has had enough of the intruder. Next video is the last one he uploaded, and he hasn't posted since then.
Open the door, you
Please open it for me.
What do I do, guys? Please help.
So, in the comments, a lot of people are saying that the voice sounds very AI, and I totally get that. There's definitely that AI feel in the female voice, and then even in the male voice, there's a bit of... But then again, I've never heard a mimic. I don't really know how mimics work exactly, so the one thing I do know is that they are assumed to sound very monotone, very flat. Even when they're repeating something, it sounds exactly identical every single time. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. Alright, so this next one, it's a little creepy. This comes from Most Creepy Vids on TikTok, and I'll let the narrator in the video explain this one. I don't know what I think about this one. It's conveniently cuts off right when you get some type of answer, so you guys let me know what you think.
This young girl from New York posted a terrifying TikTok that shocked everyone, in which she has confronted a mimic that has been waking her up multiple times at night by constantly knocking on the door, screaming, or trying
Her
to
dancing randomly. I don't know what that has to do with this.
One night, she finally had enough and decided to open the door while recording the whole encounter.
Sounds pretty creepy to me. Yeah.
This young girl from...
So we see something. We don't know what we see, but we see something. So I'll leave that up to you guys. The scream was kind of creepy. Some people are saying that's not a mimic. If it's screaming, it's a skinwalker. So, I mean, you guys let me know what you think, and we'll jump to the next video. Alright, so this one is pretty creepy. I haven't watched the whole thing. I just caught a bit of the beginning of this one, and it's a guy whose girlfriend comes over and tries to get him to come downstairs. At the end of this video, I'm going to share my own experience, so I want you guys to hang on for that. I probably should have said that in the beginning, but I guess that's how I'll know if you watch the video, because then you can tell me what you thought about my experience. Leave it in the comments, but let's jump right in.
So this guy was woken up at 3 in the morning by his girlfriend that came over and started slamming the doors and calling for him. Immediately he knew that it was not his girlfriend and it was something more sinister. People think it's a skinwalker, but it is actually a mimic. Listen closely.
Come downstairs!
There's no way Emma decided.
Dave, come downstairs!
At 3 in the morning, slime.
Dave! Come downstairs! Dave!
So a mimic is an evil entity that is known to copy your voice or someone else's that you know. They do this to trick you, confuse you, and then you let your guard down and they can, A lot of people actually have stories of them hearing their own voice talking to them, and that is a mimic. More on this coming soon.
Yeah, if you're sitting at home alone and you're hanging out chilling and you hear yourself calling for yourself, yeah, come on, guys. You know what I mean? All right, let's jump right into the next one. All right, guys, and then I forgot to mention that last video is from Lindsay Ivan on TikTok. All right, so we got another one from Loey Bug XO. So this one's pretty good. I haven't watched the whole thing, but it's pretty creepy. So I want you guys to check this one out. Tell me what you think in the comments.
If you ever hear someone call out your name while you're home alone, especially if it sounds like your own voice, do not answer.
That's what I just
said. A creator
said.
named Melody is currently going viral on TikTok for capturing what a lot of people believe is a mimic on camera.
Okay, first of all, why didn't anyone tell me that if you have yeah?
She was so freaked out by this that she went on to pretend she was on FaceTime with someone as she was recording this TikTok. And she tried to play it off like maybe it was my cat, but we both know cats don't meow like that. And later on in the video, you can hear what sounds like someone whispering her full name. Like I said, a lot of people are in the comments saying that this is a mimic. And a mimic is a type of entity that can mimic people that you know and love or just something familiar to you, whether it's a loved one's voice or your own calling out to you. Mimics can also disguise themselves to look like people that you know. And while she didn't see anything, I know from experience that mimics can be really, really convincing. My family had an experience with one that I can tell you about in a storytime video if you want, but it was one of the scariest experiences of all of our lives. I luckily wasn't living in the home when it happened. It was just my dad and brother, but neither of them were really all that big into the paranormal, and they both were utterly terrified by the activity that was going on in our home at that time. These gigantic 6'3", 6'4" men scared out of their minds because they kept seeing the back of each other's heads when neither of them was actually in the room. So I know how scary those things can be, and I know that they are no joke. I really hope this poster is safe and that she is not communicating with it or acknowledging it in any way anymore. But when I saw her video, I thought I would get on and make a little PSA.
Alright guys, so yes, please go check out Loey Lane on YouTube. Go check her out. Her story is really creepy. Like I said, she's got a lot of good videos, so why don't you guys go give that a check. All right, and then we're gonna jump into one more, and then we're gonna do a little and then I'll share my story, and I'll let you guys be the judge of what you think happened. All right, guys, this next one is pretty creepy. I want you guys to check this out. Let me know what you guys think, and then remember, after this, it's story time. All right, so let's check this one out.
A woman named Kimberly went down to the kitchen to grab some snacks and enjoy some late night cereal around 1:30 a.m. And while doing so, she heard something that gave her the chills, and it was captured on her home security camera. Watch closely.
Oh, Jesus!
I don't mean to laugh. Sorry, yo. I've been in that situation. Sneaking goodies in the middle of the night.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the room.
Kimberly hears a voice which sounds like it says hi. The voice startles her and she quickly gets up and turns around, only to find that nobody is there. She then calls out to her roommate and realizes that it's not her. Terrified, she begins to pray on the spot for a few seconds, before quickly leaving the room. She also mentions that during her late night snacks, the dogs would often join in and expect her to share some food. But for some reason, they decided to steer clear on this particular night, which leads Kimberly to believe this unexplained voice is the reason why. In another video, a woman named Michaela often makes videos talking about various different things while preparing food. She explains that she occasionally experiences some strange things around the house when she is alone at night and her husband is at work. She often hears footsteps late at night, and sometimes gets the feeling as though something is sitting on the edge of her bed. On one night, while recording herself prepping some food, she hears something unsettling.
Making some chorizo for the hubby. Gotta make some extra this morning. Said he's gonna bring over his friends. Babe, are you home? What the heck? The door's still locked. The door's not even open. Okay, anyways, I don't know what that was. I'm hearing things going crazy. Almost done chopping up these potatoes. Somebody playing a prank on me? Did you hear that? Babe, are you home?
A voice suddenly calls out to her, but there doesn't seem to be anyone there.
Yeah.
On another day, while preparing food once again, she captures this.
I always have mashed potatoes for days. I always make way too many. As I'm saying that, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't make as many.
Oh shit.
Now there seems to be a lot of cases of people hearing familiar voices calling out to them when nobody is actually there.
Alright guys, we're gonna stop it right there. I want you to tell me what you guys think. The name of that channel is Depths of Disparity on TikTok. Go check it out. They've got some creepy shit. Alright, so now I'm gonna share with you my little experience. Now this happened years ago. So I was living in a house. This house had, it had 3 levels, okay? It had basement, first floor, second floor, okay? And we turned, like, every floor was livable. You know, like the basement had couches, big TV, pool table, like you could go down there. Second floor, you know, living room, kitchen, and then 3rd floor bedrooms, right? It was a big house. It was a duplex turned into a house. So it was like, it should have been 2 separate houses, but it was 2 sides, and we just connected them, knocked the wall down in the middle. So check this out, right? So I'm young. I'm like 18. I get home from the club. It's like 6 a.m., okay? I fall asleep. Sunday. It's a Sunday morning. I wake up at about 10 o'clock to the sound of one of my cousins calling me from the downstairs. Now, she had a voice that when she would raise her voice, it would like grind on my nerves. And a couple things. Number one, I'm someone who sleeps very heavy. Like, I'm the person who sleeps through thunderstorms, through, smoke detectors going off. I've done it multiple times. Like, I'm a heavy sleeper, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is, I didn't go to sleep until about 8 o'clock in the morning, okay? I'd been up all night. So I was exhausted. So at this point, I was only asleep for a couple hours, okay? Now, I wake up to hear her calling me from downstairs in the kitchen. And I'm like, why is she calling me? She knows what time that I get home from the club. She knows I'm a heavy sleeper. She knows not to call me. She knows to come up and wake me up if she needs me. So I'm laying there, and I'm thinking to myself, if I don't say anything, she's just going to be quiet, and I'm going to go back to sleep. So I'm laying there. It gets quiet. And right as I'm about to fall back to sleep, she calls me again, louder. So I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. So finally I answer, and I'm like, what? And when I said that, she just called me again. And it was in the exact same tone. So I'm like, what? So I yelled louder when I said what? And when I yelled louder and I said what, she responded and said, never mind, right? Now this just sent me into a rage, because I'm like, you take the time to yell for me and wake me up when you know I'm exhausted, you know I just fell asleep. And then when I respond and you finally get my attention, you say never mind. Guys, let me tell you something. I jumped up out of my bed and I went stomping down those stairs with the fury of hell behind me, okay? I stomp into the kitchen, and right as I'm about to yell what, in my mind, it clicks that in my travels downstairs, I realized that number one, there was no one else in the house. Number two, as I passed by the living room window after coming down the steps and turning to walk into the kitchen, there were no cars in the driveway. And when I realized that, as I stepped into the kitchen, I kid you not, as corny and cliche as it sounds, every single hair on my body stood straight up, and I went from being completely angry to thoroughly scared so fast that it gave me an instant headache. So I pick up the phone and I call that cousin and I ask her, where are you? And she tells me that they have been out of the house since 8:30 getting things done. So, yeah. I got a couple more experiences that I'll tell you guys about, but it all culminated into finding out why we were having experiences in that house, and the truth was creepy as shit, but I'll save that for another video. Thanks for stopping by, guys, for another episode of Dark Story Time. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, you know what to do, okay? Hit the sub button. It's free. Turn on your alert so you can get my videos when I post them. You know, let's grow this paranormal community. Come on. There's shit there behind the curtain, right beyond the veil. If you look hard enough, you'll find it, okay? Let's find it together. Remember, leave a light on.